The final section of inequations. So here we're going to see how to solve an equation using multiplication and division. So the main thing here you need to remember is that if you're ever solving an equation and you have to multiply or divide by a negative, you're going to have to flip the symbol. So let's take a look at a few examples. So here you're looking at 5 times what number is 25? So negative 5 times. So we know the answer is negative 5. However, to solve here, to get negative 5, you're going to have to divide by negative 5 to solve, to get negative 5. That's what you're doing in your head. So in that case, you have to flip the symbol, and s is greater than negative 5. You also have to represent that. So you just identify your number, negative 5. It's a closed circle, and all the numbers to the right of it. Second one, notice that there's no negative in front of the variable, so to solve, you won't have to flip the symbol here. So 7 times what number gives me negative 21, so that's negative 3, so just a smaller than negative 3. So all the numbers that are smaller than negative 3 are solution. So just draw a number line just real quick. Negative 3, open circle, because negative 3 is not part of the solution, and all the numbers to the left. Here, there is a negative attached to my variable. It's being divided, my variable is being divided by negative 4, so I will have to flip the symbol. Because to solve this, I'm looking for what number do I divide by negative 4 gives me negative 3. To solve this, I'm going to have to do the inverse operation, multiply by negative 4. So my answer is 12, because negative 4 times negative 3 is 12. So, and it makes sense because 12 divided by negative 4 gives me negative 3. So I'm going to have to flip the symbol here and to get this. And the representation of that is 12 and all the numbers that are smaller. So open circle to the left. Finally, here notice that there is no negative associated with my variable, just with the answer. So here the sign will remain the same. So one number do I divide by 3 gives me negative 2. That number is negative 6. Same symbol and k. So all the numbers that are greater or equal to negative 6, just locate your negative 6 on your number line. And all the negative 6 is a solution, and all the numbers that are greater. So negative 5 is good, negative 4, and so on. Let's do one final example and then get time to practice. So here, let's do one that you have to balance first. So we have to balance because there are variables each side. So to balance, remember, it's always easiest to get rid of the smaller of the two. So here, to balance this, I would have to get rid of this. To get rid of this, I need to add 2 and 6 tenths a to each side. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be adding 2 and 6 tenths a. So that's gone. I got rid of it. It leaves me just 14 and 4 tenths on this side greater than negative 3 and 2 tenths. And here I have, this is going to give me 3, 4 and 4 tenths times a. So what number do I take away 3 and 2 tenths that gives me 14 and 4 tenths? Well, if you can't figure that out, you can just add 3 and 2 tenths to this number to get 17 and 6 tenths. And now, what number do I multiply by 4 and 4 tenths to get this number here? You could probably do that in your head, but if you can't, you just need to divide. You just need to do the inverse operation of multiplying by 4 and 4 tenths. Divide this by 4 and 4 tenths, and it's going to give you your answer. So 4 is your answer. So 4 greater than a, or a smaller than 4. On a number line, that would look something like this. You have a4 here, and all the numbers that are smaller than 4. So 3, 2, and so on. Here's your practice. Make sure you check your work behind the book.